Hey guys, Marisa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today we've got video number 2 of the Gnome for the Holidays Stamp-A-Stack. This is our current Stamp-A-Stack class. The class is completely free to take online and the blog. The 3 videos in this series will be linked together, and below the video, whether you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on the blog, you'll be able to link through the 3 videos, but you're coming in, if you're watching it right as it's being posted, on video number 2 of a 3 video series. We've already cut our designer series paper. We've taken a look at some of the stuff in our kit. If you need a quick review, just look for the link below for video number 1 and catch up in the series. So we've already cut our designer series paper from the kit. The kit is optional. It's available for purchase in the Kitchen Table Stamper store while supplies last. It's $29.95. We've cut 3 pieces of the Heartwarming Hugs designer series paper according to Wonder Recipe number 1. And these are the pieces that we have left. This is the card, the second design in our series. And this Stamp-A-Stack makes 9 cards. 3 of this real red design. Let's grab our designer series paper. We're going to take 1 of each of our 3 designs and we're going to set these aside for video number 3. Okay, now, if you missed video number 1, we made these 3 Holly Jolly Everything cards. This is video number 2, and video number 3 will make these 3 There's No Place Like Gnome for the Christmas Season cards. All right, so let's grab our card kits. If you get the packet, inside the packet you'll find all your little die cutting is done. So we're gonna need this little packet of hearts. This was done for you ahead of time if you got the kit using this little spray die with all of its little hearts, and this is from the Stitched Be Mine dies. So you'll cut that from some real red if you're following along with us. And then my card kits. You get a real good head start with these packets. If you don't have the packet, you'll need some real red cardstock, 3 card bases, 8.5 by 5.5, and they're scored at 4 1/4. So you got your 3 card bases, and also inside the kit you're going to find all your die cutting and punching done. So we have here a couple of little holly leaves. These are pear pizzazz. You can cut sprigs or pine boughs or any little greenery you want from pear pizzazz. Our sentiment strip is 1/2 by 3 1/4 from Whisper White. And then let's take a look at our die cutting. It's all done ahead for you if you get the kit. If you don't have the kit, you're just following along. Let me show you what you're going to cut. We've got the Hippo and Friends dies here. This Mossy Meadow is this middle size, 2 9/16 swoopy square. You need 3 of those. You need Pear Pizzazz Scallop Circle. This is a 2 1/4 inch scallop circle. 3 of those. And then we have from Whisper White, this is a 2-inch circle, and we use a 2-inch circle punch to do that. So 3 of each. Let's get our die cutting and our punching done. Or if you've got the kit, then just sort out your parts. And be careful if you get the kit. Don't let your envelopes eat your little hollies. If you don't have them right away, they're probably down in the bottom corner of the envelope. By the way, your Stampin' Up! Envelopes are included in your Stamp-A-Stack kits when you order them from the Kitchen Table Stamper store. All right, with these Stamp-A-Stacks, you are truly stamping a stack. So I like to do things all at once. I'm going to fold and burnish all my cards on the score line. And there they are. Now I'm going to adhere all my designer series papers. We're going to do them centered. These pieces are 3 by 4. If you're just making one, that's what you'll need. But the Wonder Recipe is designed so that 3 pieces of designer series paper with almost no waste make 9 perfect cards. All right, so there's our designer series paper just right in the center of the card, centered right to left and top to bottom. We'll do all 3 of those. It is so hard when both sides of the paper are gorgeous. I love that green polka dot too. So hard to decide what side to use. And so terrible when you have to glue the good side down just to get the good side up. All right, there's our cards. Now, our die cuts and punches. Let's take a look at those. We're gonna go ahead and adhere all the Whisper White to the Pear Pizzazz centered, and then all the Pear Pizzazz to the Mossy Meadow centered. All right, we've got our little medallions of awesome shape. Now let's get them glued to the cards. We're gonna do this about 1/4 of an inch from the right side. They are off center. About 1/4 inch of designer series paper here. Okay, we've got all of our card bases started here. Now, next up, we're gonna we're gonna stamp and color. So when you get the kit, you have enough cardstock to stamp all of your gnomes, color them and cut them out, and then enough Whisper White cardstock to line the insides of the Real Red and the Mossy Meadow cards. So there's plenty of Whisper White cardstock there. I'm gonna grab one of those half sheets and we're gonna stamp our gnome. We got our little Jingle Bell gnome. We need our Whisper White, 1/2 inch by 3 1/4 inch pieces, and Memento Tuxedo black ink. We're gonna color our gnomes with Stampin' blends. So we want a nice non-reactive ink. That's our Memento for us. Very calm, non-reactive. We should all be Memento, shouldn't we? All right, there's our gnome. Set him to dry for just a minute and let's add our greeting. We want some room on the left-hand side for a bow. So let's stamp "You're a friend like gnome other" a little bit to the right of center here, 3 times. Cutie. All right, let's get the ink pad out of here. And we'll color our gnome. Got some Old Olive combo here. We're gonna color his hat with light Old Olive. Of course, you can shake these up however you want. Color his hat with Real Red if you like. And then I'm gonna shadow a little bit down the left edge with some dark Old Olive. And then bring the two together with the light Old Olive. Got a little Daffodil Delight. Let's do the bell, light daffodil. Shadow the left bottom edge with dark daffodil. We'll do his beard the same as we did in video number 1, our little beard. We've got light smoky slate. We're gonna kind of outline his beard. And then we'll draw down from under the nose and mustache. And then we'll draw up and almost meet, just following the lines the artist drew in for some texture. Little shadow the bottom half of the mustache. If you want to, you can do a little shadow on his beard under the mustache. Then we'll take the color lifter and really work between those lines that were down from the mustache and up from the bottom of the beard. We're going to kind of fade those back so we get a nice white beard, but it's not white like we forgot to color it. It's white like it really has some dimension. I'm going to color his little boots brown. I got soft suede, so I'll color the boots. And then got them all colored in with the light. And then we'll add some shadow right along his beard and the bottom of the boots with the dark. And then just very lightly bring those two shades together. For his little gnome romper, his little pajamas, I'm just going to take some dark real red and carefully put some pajamas on our gnome. Little ivory nose and hands and eyes. There we go. I'm going to use my tailored head punch and punch the ends, both sides of all three greetings. And then I'll fussy cut my gnome, all three of them, with some paper snips. And we'll be right back to finish up these cards. Okay, I'm back with my little gnomes all colored and cut out and my chicken lip banner. Let's grab our cards here and our ribbon. Now in the kit, you have both the Mossy Meadow diagonal stripe ribbon and you have the beautiful red braided linen trim. So we're going to take the red braided linen trim and we're going to tie bows for our cards. You want to have 3 of this little red braided linen bows. And then we're going to use a strip of the diagonal stripe ribbon under the greeting. So we're going to get both of these gorgeous ribbons from the suite on one card. So there's our little bows. And now we're going to cut pieces about 3 inches. You can use your banner as a guide because you're going to tuck them right underneath the banner. And so what I did was I kind of followed the angle of the banner, cut the ribbon a little bit shorter. So 3 pieces. About like that. And then I can use the first one as a template for the next one. All right, so there's all of our ribbons. Let's grab some multi-purpose liquid glue. I'm going to add a line of liquid glue right on the bottom edge of your banner, not quite corner to corner. And then we're creating a little banner, a little shadow behind our banner, really. So we'll just tuck that in, give it a second to dry. Do that for all of our banner pieces here. Okay, banners are drying for a second. Let's grab the little hearts from our kit. We want kind of a small, medium, and large for each card. So you're going to shake those out. You can definitely add that to one of your cards in the background. We included the little outline, but you can also save that for another project. Valentine's Day is coming. So we need kind of a larger one for each. And then kind of a small one for each. And then one that's somewhere in the middle. The rest are extras. Have fun. Put them on something else. Let's get some dimensionals on the back of our gnomes. All right, gnomes are all sticky. Let's grab a banner. We're going to add some liquid glue to the banner. We'll adhere our banner to the card. you're going to just cover the very bottom edge of the swoopy square. Get a little gnome. His feet are going to go on over like he's just a little bit to the right. We're leaving some room for our fun little holly and hearts. The little bow gets a mini glue dot. All right, let's get our gnomes and banners on all of our cards. All right, all of our cards have gnomes and banners. Now some hearts. We're going to save the littlest one. And we're going to add our larger one and our medium heart with multi-purpose liquid glue kind of floating up because of course we love our friends like no mother. Now for our small little hearts, let's add some dimensionals to the back. I like to cut up the edge of the mini dimensionals. Mini dimensionals are perfect with their wide edges. You can cut tiny little bits. Okay, hearts are dimensional. Now don't forget those little holly leaves that we had. You can punch some little sprigs here. Use the Plantler punch. We used the retired holly builder punch for our kits. But there are tiny little hollies in the retired trim your stocking, in the retired quilt bundle, whatever you like for some greenery here. Get a couple, and if you're using holly leaves, I love to fold the holly a little bit down the center for some extra shape, extra reality. The holly leaves have kind of a strong center vein, so we're gonna fold these guys to mimic that. And then we're going to glue two using a little multi-purpose liquid glue. Kind of right up here with our bow on the edge of our banner. Then we'll finish up with a little heart, so kind of like a holly berry. Let's get the other two done. All right, our final step is to grab those red rhinestones from the kit and let's add a little sparkle. I'm putting one on the center of each snowflake on our little gnome's hat. There we go. There are your a friend like no other cards. This is video number 2 out of 3 in the kitchen table stamper Gnome for the Holidays Stamp-A-Stack class. If you'd like to get your hands on the Stamp-A-Stack kit, you can buzz over to kitchentablestamper.com/shop and pick up the kit while supplies last. It has all the embellishments, die cuts, cards, envelopes, and the quarter pack of designer series paper, everything that you need to make these 9 cards and more. If you've got questions about the project or the Stamp-A-Stack, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. And to pick up Gnome for the Holidays or the Heartwarming Hugs designer series paper or any of the other products you see used here, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in video number 3 where we'll finish up this Stamp-A-Stack. Bye guys, thanks.